Hello and welcome back to the channel. Thanks for stopping by for another video. I appreciate that. We're back over here at the Weather Channel because we got an update here. It says Hurricane Jose to bring coastal flooding, rain, wind to the eastern seaboard. Tropical storm warning issued in southeast New England. So now it's projected to hit. We'll get down here and take a look at the highlights so far. It says high surf and rip currents will continue to affect the U.S. East Coast as Jose moves northward. Tropical storm warnings are in effect for southeast New England coast. Soaking rain and gusty winds from Jose will brush parts of the U.S. East Coast. Tropical storm force winds are possible along portions of the immediate coast. Minor to moderate coastal flooding is also possible. Goes on to say Hurricane Jose, a Category 1 hurricane in the western Atlantic, despite remaining well offshore, will still produce a combination of coastal flooding, high surf, tropical storm force winds, and heavy rain along parts of the east coast, and what may end up being a glorified nor'easter without the snow. Tropical storm warnings have been issued for parts of coastal southeast New England ahead of Hurricane Jose's approach to the region. The tropical storm warning issued includes areas from Watch Hill, Rhode Island to Hall, Massachusetts, including the Block Island, Martha's Vineyard, and Nantucket. This means that tropical storm force winds are expected within 36 hours. The tropical storm, which remains in effect along the coast of Long Island from Fire Island Inlet to the Port Jefferson, as well as the New Haven, Connecticut to Watch Hill, Rhode Island. A watch means tropical storm conditions are possible within 48 hours. Now here you can see this map here, and you got the watch here around New Haven, and then Newport, Plymouth, Nantucket. These are all warnings here. It goes on to say Jose Center is currently located about 250 miles east of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. It's moving north at about 10 miles per hour. So you can see here right now, this is where it was as of 5 p.m. today. So a little over about an hour and a half ago. And as you can see, it's looking like it's probably also going to hit the Boston area. Now, my little brother lives in the Boston area, so I'll have to get a hold of him and here in a day or so and see if they are getting anything from Hurricane Jose as well. So, but yeah, my little brother lives up in the Boston area, and right now they're saying it could possibly, impact the New England area, Boston area, as well as. So let's see here. It says wind shear is currently affecting Jose's inner core convection, giving it less than a classic hurricane appearance in infrared satellite imagery. The combination of wind shear progressively lower in ocean heat content as Jose departs the Gulf Stream and drier air should weaken it to a tropical storm, then a non-tropical low pressure system later this week. However, Jose's wind field size is expected to expand as it gains latitude. At this time, the majority of the forecast guidance still shows Jose Center curling north, then northeast, well off the U.S. coast. However, Jose will track close enough to the northeast seaboard for some impacts this week. So as you can see here, like around Nantucket, expected to turn. So it's expected to weaken, but it's actually the wind field's supposed to grow. So therefore, some of the East Coast, like we've been saying, is probably going to see some rain. The real issues right now is the rip currents and the rip tides. Now it says here's a look at the timing and impacts expected from Jose. So it says through Monday night, rain and gusty winds could brush parts of coastal mid-Atlantic from Long Island to the Outer Banks of North Carolina. So that's starting tonight. Now into tomorrow and tomorrow night, it says the areas of the Delmarva Peninsula to the Long Island and southern New England may be affected by gusty winds. Tropical storm force winds may begin at Tuesday night in southeast New England. Some bands of rain may wrap as far north as southern Maine. Then into Wednesday, it says portions of the coastal New England may see bands of rain, possibly heavy rains at time. Tropical force winds are most possible on Nantucket Island, Martha's Vineyard, Cape Cod, and Rhode Island. Some residual gusty winds are possible Thursday on Nantucket Island, Martha's Vineyard, and Cape Cod as Jose continues to gradually spin down. So here you can see here in the Boston area, they're expecting like 23-mile-an-hour winds. Nantucket 26. New York is supposed to get about 24-mile-an-hour winds. So you can see it's not like, and this is rain as well. Like we're all around this East Coast. It's they're gonna get some rain, some decently moderate winds, I guess you could say. But the main issue here is still the rip currents and rip tides. So just be careful if you're in this area. Um, because it says wind. It said there also could be some power outages and tree damages due to the winds as well in the New England area on Wednesday. It also says it's expected to drop 3 to 5 inches through Wednesday over eastern Long Island, southeast Connecticut, southern Rhode Island, and southeast Massachusetts, including Martha's Vineyard and Nantucket. And it's also expected to dump at least 1 inch of rain in the mid-Atlantic coast from New York to Maine. Again, keep talking about the high surf and rip currents. Large swells from Jose will continue to affect the eastern seaboard. So you keep an update on that, and there could be a possibility of coastal flooding too. So there are some things to watch out for with this storm. It isn't going to make major landfall here in the U.S., but again, there are some issues that can come along with this. So just to keep you updated, I wanted to share this article with you, let you know what the latest is and what's going on. So you got to be careful if you're right on the coast. There, just keep updated and see what's going on. Like I said, my little brother lives in the Boston area, so I'm going to contact him and see what's going on as well with this storm with the next couple of days. So again, just keep a heads up. It shouldn't be a major landfall, but we're still looking at possible flooding, coastal flooding. Definitely rip currents and rip tides. There's definitely going to be a little bit of rain and some winds as well. So again, just a quick update for you. I appreciate every single one of you. I truly do appreciate you supporting the channel and watching these videos. So be sure to share, like, subscribe, and comment down below. Again, thanks for watching. Peace.